Welcome back to another episode at Consciously Evolving Enterprises. As always, I'm your host, Mr. Ryan Dillon Brasington. Quite often, ladies and gentlemen, in our home country, we're used to seeing animals behind lock cages, behind bars. We're not used to seeing animals in their wild habitat. Myself, as a long-term Australian permanent resident, have only ever seen one koala in the wild. That is a true story. I haven't really ever seen many other than kangaroos in the wild. But anyway, going over to Bali, this is where, for me, seeing these animals live in their natural habitat really instilled something in me, as well as seeing these animals in their wild. You feel something change within you. I'm not sure what that was, but it's kind of like your back straightens up, your hairs go on end, and you're attentive to the animal in your presence in front of you. So this extra persona goes up, this extra awareness kind of happens, and I really can't explain it. It's like I don't know, like an old caveman evolution DNA spawned within me, looking at these wild animals in their wild habitat. Pretty cool experience. We got to feed some wild tigers, and again, they're jumping up in the cage and we're feeding the meat through them, and that was a night tour. That was pretty cool. First night that was, went home back to the cabin that we were in, and nice little wooden cabin, big window at the front so you could see out to the view out the front, and we're looking at kind of like bush jungle native lands. Really nice kind of jungle setting. And the first night we could hear a couple of animals outside, and I'm not sure what type they were. To me, they kind of sounded a bit like baboons, but they were like screechy, yelly baboons. I can't really say more than that. I heard them outside, didn't really think much of it. We're in the wild. That extra persona goes up. You kind of realise that, we're not in our home country. This is Bali. This is what it's about going away and actually being on holiday. So anyways, went to sleep, no dramas. It's a bit warmer over there than what it is in Australia, a bit more humid. And anyway, so I ended up getting up through the night, that first night, and could still hear these animals out and around outside. And again, just thought to myself, wow, this is something completely different, I am really not used. I feel like I'm camping inside Taronga Zoo. Like, I feel like I'm doing an overnighter in Taronga. This is awesome. Anyway, so next morning went buggying the next morning on the little four-wheeler motorbikes. Had a lovely day. That day we went out and seen more wild animals, which was awesome. The tour guide was taking us through like the jungle area, and I could hear that same sound that I could hear during the night. And I asked the tour guide, I said, what's that? And he said, oh, monkeys, baboons, and I was like, oh, all right, that's pretty cool. He said, yeah, you don't see them often. They are fierce hunters. And they're quite shy. They don't really interact with humans that much. So if you spot one, let us know and we'll all get a photo type thing. No dramas. All right, cool. We've done the rest of the tour. That night when we went home, the critters, the animals, the baboons, whatever you want to call them, were closer to the hut. I could hear them a hell of a lot closer. This time they're swinging in between and breaking branches outside of our hut. I have a look out the window. I can't really see much because it's so dark, but you can see the silhouette of the sun and you can see things moving and branches breaking. All right, they're closer, but they're not close. That's fine with me. They go and do their own thing. I don't disturb them. They don't disturb me. And I hadn't really gotten a good sight of these things yet. And again, quite a hot night. Anyway, this night, they're making a real ruckus outside. I'm like, hey, man, it's a real hard sleep tonight. It's hot. I've got these guys that are yelling and screaming outside, whatever these things were. I'm like, all right, oh, man, what do you do? Like, So anyway, tried to get some sleep. Got up. This time I decided when I looked out the window, I could see him swinging around. I'm actually going to go outside. I'm going to watch him for a bit, see what this is about. And anyways, I went out and stood on the veranda, and they just stopped. The dead set stopped, all of it. Just silence. And I was like, ooh, that's spooky. And then I realised that they're gone silent because they're watching me. They're looking at me, wondering what I'm doing. And I'm like, oh. And then that feeling, that sensation came over me again. I'm like, oh my God. If they're watching me, I'm in the wild. I should just go back inside, right? And that fight, flight, or freeze moment kind of came over me. I felt the adrenaline go up my spine, and was like, oh, ooh, what do I do? What do I do? All right, I'm going to go inside. I'll go inside. Like, just as I'm going inside and going in through the door, something got thrown at me. I don't know if it was a rock or a stick or something, or a fruit or a nut or something, but something got thrown at me. And I was like, and kind of jumped up on the spot like I'm on fire ants. I was like, what was that? And then they started going off, these things. As soon as I made my voice present, these things started clapping and boom, going off. And I'm like, oh my God, whoa! Shut the door, I looked and I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. Oh my God. And they're going off, they're spitting chips, man. And the night's progressed and I'm like, these guys aren't going away, man. Anyway, so I poked my head out the window again. I'm trying to get a good look at these guys and they're chipping away, they're cracking and going off and and then I'm looking out the window and through like the sunlight, the moonlight and the jungle forest, I make eye contact with one of these things, man. And its eyes were like absorbing the light. So it looked like they were glowing, but I could tell they weren't. So it's like they were absorbing the light, not reflecting any of it. So there's no reflection in their eyes. It was like I could see white where their eyes are, but they weren't glowing, but I could see the light there. I don't know how to explain it, but I can see their eyes looking at me, right? And I'm like, oh, eye contact, oh my God, he's looking at me. And this thing went, loudest scream I'd ever bloody heard, and it went through my body. And I'm like, oh, I think I pissed it off. Oh, I'm just looking at it. How can I piss it off by just looking at it? And then this thing started clapping, and it's making out this noise. And then I watched 6 other baboon, werewolf looking, whatever they are, man. These things make their way and come to the one I'm looking at, yeah? So I'm looking at this one and then 6 others come jumping across and join it. And they're all sitting around on these trees. And I'm like, oh shit, something's going to happen, man. This is full on. They're all looking at me. They're all staring at me and I'm looking at them and I can see the same in their eyes. These like white dots where their eyes are. They're not glowing, but I can see their eyes in the reflection of the moonlight and the jungle beams. Yeah, and I'm like, oh. And then that feeling again, it's come up my spine, down my arms, all tingles. And that caveman's instincts kicked in with me. It's like they're gonna come. They're coming. They're going to attack us, man. They're going to get us. Like, they're coming for it. It's like, shut the blinds. And I'm like, no way, man. This is full on, right? And they started pegging stuff at the cabin, right? So I'm hearing, like, rocks or nuts, sticks are starting to bang on the cabin. I'm like, oh my God. Who do I call someone? Do I call the local sheriff? I don't know. What do they call them over there? Ranger? Like, what do I do? Phone line, quick, grab your mobile. Let's call someone quick. Just as we're going to do the emergency calls, freaking out, we're all freaking, man. Like, this is banging around all around the cabin. Then the things got closer, yeah. They're now making their way towards us. We can hear them squealing and squandering, getting close, still throwing things at the cabin. We're freaking out now. Just as we're getting a hold of the person, the ranger or whatever it is, the tour guide, trying to explain to him, we think we're being attacked by baboon monkeys here. And he's like, what? What are you talking about? This never happens. And we're trying to explain, look, they're throwing things at the van. The 7 of these baboon monkeys have now started to come closer. I hear one jump onto like the porch outside and I'm like, oh my God, they're on the premises, sir. They're on the premises. They're here, man. Anyway, so I hear them now. Another one jumps on the roof. Another one jumps at the end of the other side of the cabin, and they're all banging on the cabin. I'm like, oh my God, man. Anyways, we all just stood still. We're all frozen. And then we hear on the glass, tink, 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 tink. And we're like, oh my God, no, wait, can't get in. Tink, 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 tink. No. And we're all just like this, right? Ting, ting, ting stops for a bit. Out of nowhere, this thing then projectiles itself through the fucking window, coming straight towards us, glass everywhere. We all ran to the other side of the cabin. We're all freaking out, and this thing's crashing through the furniture. It's just going off its tits. And we're looking at this thing, And I'm like, that's not a baboon, man. I don't know what that is. This was a brown monkey looking thing with a dog face. The thing had sharp ears. It didn't have round ears. I'm looking at it. It's got a mane. It's got a mane that is like dark brown and white. I'm looking at this thing, and it looks like the Cowardly Lion from Wizard of Oz. Well, I don't know what they call him. The scared lion from Wizard. I'm looking at it, and I'm like, that's not a baboon, man. It's got a dog snout on its nose. Like, that's not a monkey nose. And this thing's pissed off. It's raring around the house. And then we see another two at the window sides. Each one of them peek their head and their arms in, kind of looking around. What's going on? What can we get? What can we eat? And boom, it makes eye contact with us and lets out another scream. Right? And we're freaked out, like this. We open up one of the back windows and we all just bailed out, one after the other. We're like, this is fucked. No way, we're gone, man. We're out of here. So we all bailed out that back window and we listened to these things rip through that cabin like nothing else. Yeah, like it was doing a search for something. Don't know what, but anyways, they're ripping through the cabin. It sounded like all seven were now inside the cabin, ripping furniture apart, and we just legged it. We legged it in the middle of the night, all the way through back to the main part of town where we knew the tourist guy kind of lived in the back apartment there. So we're all bashing on his door like, dude, you've got to come and help us. We don't know what's going on, what these animals are. He came back to the cabin with us, and by the time we got back, they were gone, and the cabin had been completely trashed. Ladies and gentlemen, please take care whenever traveling overseas, and don't ever trust a wild animal. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, do whatever you kids do these days.